The political conversation around January 6th has been a little bit ridiculous over the past few weeks, with multiple Republican representatives claiming that it was perfectly fine, orderly, just tourists, and then looking like idiots when photos of them cowering behind men with guns or barricading the doors come out. So all of that has already happened. That's out there. You would have to be truly stupid, truly craven, truly dishonest to then come back in after all that and claim once again that January 6th wasn't a big deal, nothing to worry about. And we found a senator stupid enough. Here is Ron Johnson.
To say there were thousands of armed insurrectionists breaching the Capitol, intent on overthrowing the government, is just simply false narrative. I got into, was vilified for entering into the record a 14-page eyewitness account of a very knowledgeable observer that really laid out exactly what happened. I've been back in Wisconsin. I've talked to people that were there. By and large, it was peaceful protests, except for there were a number of people, basically agitators, that whipped the crowd and breached the Capitol. And that's really the truth of what's happening here.
Most of that was nonsense, but he is right. There were a few agitators whipping the crowd, and one of them was impeached, and Rudy Giuliani was there too. And then the crowd went there and did a bunch of violent stuff. And he knows that. He knows that. Trying to throw in a qualifier that, well, you guys are saying there were thousands. We're not claiming specific knowledge about exactly how many people were there, but we know what they did. And he's claiming they didn't breach anything. Marjorie Greene in her speech called it breaching the Capitol. Like, we've moved past that at this point. And we'll show the B-roll, and I'm sure we'll show the videos. This is such nonsense. I mean, we're not doing fact checking now, Cenk, about like specific stats about the growth of healthcare spending over the next 20 years. It's, was there a violent murderous mob? We know that there was, but we have to continually reiterate to people that that is true, because they have people who are ridiculously accorded respect because they're senators, who are willing to tell you that the sky isn't blue and the grass isn't green.
Yeah, to me, the facts of this are not worth discussing. I mean, again, we could show you the videos, and you've seen the pictures and the videos 1,000 times, and so is Ron Johnson, so have all the Republican voters. This is more of a story of Republican politicians saying, I get it, our voters don't want the truth. And so, is Ron Johnson really that dumb? I got it at 50-50. And so he might just be not just a Republican politician trying to cater to Republican voters, but also the same mindset as a Republican voter, but which doesn't happen often. Usually their politicians have different mindsets. Their mindset is usually, where's the money? Where's the money? Corporate donors, give me the money. What do these voters want? Oh, I hate abortion, right? Oh my God, I'm so bummed about Latinos or whatever you guys are upset about. JP Morgan Chase, where's the money? Where's the money, right? That's usually a Republican politician. Not that distant from a corporate Democrat, unfortunately. But anyway, here Ron Johnson is saying repeatedly, this is now almost half a dozen times he's come out and said, oh, we had a picnic, it was lovely. And the day of, Lindsey Graham, after things were settled down, is screaming, I'm out, right? About his Trump support, and they're all sweating and they were all begging for security, and they're like, why isn't there enough security here? Now they're like, oh, whatever, dude, man. So we had blueberry jam, we had a nice sandwich, we had a spread, right? Tea party of a different sort, because they think it doesn't matter. Our voters not only don't mind lies, they actively want lies.
They demand it.
Yeah, they demand it. They want a different version of reality. I'm about to go on for election. I can't make the mistake as a Republican politician of telling the truth. That could be fatal to my political career. And that actually is correct analysis.
Yeah, and I don't know that there's ever been as narrow of a gap between elected Republicans and right-wing media personalities. I saw Greg Gutfeld like dip and dodge like Neo for minutes, trying to not come out and say that the election wasn't stolen or that what happened on the 6th was bad. Like, you could tell from his face, he knows exactly, he'll be grilled. If he says Biden won, it was legitimate, the thing wasn't stolen, then that's it for him. Like, there are we can talk about purity tests and all that, but there are a lot of impurity tests on the right. You have got to continually reiterate to people that no matter what Donald Trump says or does, you still support him, that you believe that he will never lose anything in his life. If a business goes down, it was somebody else's fault. If he loses an election, it was stolen from him. You have to continually prove those things, whether you're in Fox News or if you're an elected Republican. And Ron Johnson, you say you have it 50-50. I think there are others that I think are doing it out of stupidity. I think Marjorie Greene is, I think she believes most of what she says because she's an idiot. I think he's lying. I think that most of them are lying. They know what happened there. Andrew Clyde, Anna and I talked about this yesterday. Have you seen the photos of him like cowering behind the guy with the gun?
Yeah, no, that was my favorite. You know what? It was a bunch of tourists walking around, no big deal.
Yeah.
And then you see the picture, he's like,
he's not.
Stop them, right?
Take him first. No, if you've ever been afraid that you were about to die, you don't forget that. You don't, after a couple of months, forget that you were worried that you were about to be murdered, that a mob was about to beat you to death with their bare hands. You don't forget that. He didn't forget that. He's lying. Some of them are stupid. Marjorie Greene is stupid. They're liars.
Yeah, but last point to back up all of that. Guy's up for re-election. Poll just came out confirming every other poll that's ever been taken on this issue. 70% of Republican voters think that Joe Biden lost the election, Donald Trump won the election, and that Joe Biden and his team stole the election through fraud from Donald Trump, who's the legitimate winner. 70% believe that with all of their hearts, right? So if Ron Johnson made the mistake of telling them the truth, he would get primaried and lose almost as a certainty. There's almost no question that he would lose. So in order to preserve his political career, he must lie.
Can I give you a quote that demonstrates that?
Yeah.
So Ron Johnson had this to say. This was back in February. The group of people that supported Trump, the hundreds of thousands of people who attended those Trump rallies, those are the people that love this country. They never would have done what happened on January 6th. There he's spreading the conspiracy theory that it was somehow Antifa. That apparently was totally fine. It was Antifa, but they were law abiding. Anyway, that is a group of people that love freedom. That's a group of people we need to unify and keep on our side. And I need to keep on my side. That's the base. There's some never Trumpers, but you can't get elected in a primary or a general election as a Republican, just trying to get them to support you. He needs those people, like right here. You're seeing right here, he needs those people, every one of them. From the Boberts to the Gomerts, they all need those people to continue to support them, and all of those people have very high expectations for the quality of the lies that they will be told. And so Ron Johnson is just doing his job. It's just that it's a really sick job.
Yeah. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.